Good morning, friends, and welcome to Take Two for this Wednesday, November the 7th, 2018. It's Hump Day. I hope you got lots of fun and great stuff planned for today. The elections are over. I hope that the right man and woman for the job did get put in office, and all those amendments that we voted for, I hope the best ones got selected as the winners by the voters. Well, that's all said and done now, so I'm starting to think about other things right now, and that have nothing to do with the elections. But I do have to say this, sometimes when you're going through things like that, and you're trying to decide, and you're trying to figure out what's what, you can get a little bit in a fog, wouldn't you say? Which brings me to today's subject, fog. Now, this morning I got up with Michael. Now, ordinarily Michael gets up somewhere between 5 and 5:30, and generally I follow him about an hour or so later, up by 6:30-ish, somewhere around there. But this morning, because we were so tired of watching those election returns last night, and we had a very long and very active day, we decided to hit the hay a little early. So we did, and by 8:45, we were rolling down the covers and getting ready to get in and go to bed. And pretty much soon thereafter, we fell to sleep because we were both so exhausted. Well, I got up early with him this morning. By 5 o'clock being, I was up and out of that bed because I had had my good solid 8 hours of sleep. And when I got out of bed this morning, first thing I usually do is look out the window. And I did, and of course it was still pitch black out. But there was fog everywhere the eye could see. Just fog, thick fog. And I said, wow, look at that. And I opened the front door and also more thick fog out the window. And I thought, wow, look at all this. I haven't seen fog like this since we lived in England. Now, let me tell you, the old story about foggy day in London town, it's really true. Now, we didn't live in London, but we did live in the Midlands, which even was foggier than London because we were right in the middle and on the high country. So we got snow and things like that, and a lot of rain, of course. It's Great Britain, but the fog, I remember one time, I used to do a lot of home visitation as part of my ministry, and I used to go visit this sweet little lady who lived just yet across a big, big, big park, so I'd cut through and go to her neighborhood to visit her, of course, on foot. And one time, the fog started rolling in while I was visiting with her, and I said, you know, I've really got to get going, Hazel. I got to get out the door because this fog is getting thicker and thicker. Now, it was midday. It was about 2, 3, 4 in the afternoon, maybe. And so I started walking back, and when I got through the gates of the park and started walking through, the fog was so thick, literally so thick, that if I put my hand in front of me that far, I could not see it. It was like sitting in a pot of pea soup. It really, truly was. So I walked and walked and walked until finally I saw a little bit of light, a little bit of lifting, and I was just trying to follow my feet. I couldn't see where I was going. Finally, I got to where I felt like it was a gate, and I went through it, and I think I'm in the right place. And I was actually at a different gate, but at least I could find my way home to my apartment by that, you know, from that spot. But it was that thick. So what is fog? Well, our good old friends at Webster's, let me see what they have to say about it. Fog is a thick cloud of tiny water droplets suspended in the atmosphere at or near the Earth's surface that obscures or restricts visibility due to a greater extent than mist, okay, reducing visibility below 1 kilometer or, you know, about 3/4 of a mile. So you would say something like, oh, that accident, that collision happened in a thick fog. Now, it can also be something, as I said before, that obscures or confuses a situation, someone's thought processes, the origins of some ideas that get us lost in the fog of detail. And then, of course, things can be fogged up, you know, like a fogging up of a window. Or you could also say I'm bewildered or puzzled, and confusion can fog your brain. So what with fog can mean a lot of things. I do know this. I do know that when I get confused about things, trying to make decisions, sometimes, or if I get very tired, I feel like I'm in a fog. These elections made a lot of people feel like they were in a fog. So the best way to get out of a fog is just keep walking, till you get to the other side of that gate and open it up, and hopefully there'll be some lifted fog and some sunshine on the other side. So if you know somebody who might be in a fog today, somebody who just needs that lifted, you go be the fog lifter in their lives. So go be a blessing to somebody today, especially on this hump day. Go be a blessing. You might end up being the only one who is. You might be the one who can lift the fog in their lives, okay? And just a word of caution, if you're driving and it gets super foggy, I would advise you, seriously, pull over, because you don't want to be driving in that if you can't see 2 feet in front of you. Hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Jeanne Sigler, Jeanne Sigler. Hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to also listen to my music and great programming on WRMZ.org. Hit the listen button. And you never know, you may hear songs about fog, like a foggy day in London town. Well, never mind. All right, you have a blessed day. Have a great hump day. I hope this middle of the week is just so exciting for you as it gets you ready for the weekend. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.